We're all feeling it, right? In our professional lives, there's this constant push to do more, to be better. More results, more innovation, more efficiency. It's this relentless drive for excellence. But what if the very way we're chasing that high performance is actually holding us back? Well, let's dive in and explore how a simple, powerful shift in our attention can unlock our true potential.
So let me ask you something. When you're at work, are you really there? Or are you just kind of going through the motions? You know that feeling. We call it autopilot. It's when you get through a bunch of tasks without even really being aware of it. And maybe that leads to a simple mistake, or you find yourself rushing for no reason. This autopilot mode is incredibly common, but it's the absolute enemy of genuine high performance.
And this brings us to a really fascinating conflict in our work lives, something we can call the high performance paradox.
See, there's this fundamental clash between what we want and how we try to get it. We all know the ideal of the high-performance professional, right? That person who doesn't just meet their goals, they completely smash them. They're super motivated, totally engaged, always pushing past their limits. And let's be honest, in today's corporate world, that's not just an ideal, it's pretty much the expectation.
But here's the paradox. The relentless chase for that ideal, it often creates the exact opposite conditions. The goal is peak performance, but the reality for so many of us is high stress, constant distraction, and just a chaotic workday spent on autopilot. And let's be crystal clear, you absolutely cannot achieve sustained high performance when you are running on empty. It just doesn't work.
So what's the fix? Well, it's not about working harder. It's about working with more awareness. And this is where we need to shift our thinking. We're going to stop seeing mindfulness as just some relaxation technique and start seeing it for what it really is, a powerful way to train your attention.
This quote right here, it just cuts through a massive misconception about meditation. So many people think the goal is to not think or to have a totally empty mind, but that's not it at all. The real training, the mental workout, is in the act of controlling your attention, learning how to intentionally guide it between your focus point and all the distractions that are inevitably going to pop up.
And to do this, you need what's called an anchor. Now imagine your mind is a canoe just drifting in the ocean. Without an anchor, it just gets pulled around by every current, every wave. But when you drop that anchor, your chosen point of focus, like your breath, that canoe suddenly becomes stable. And when you notice your mind has drifted off, all you have to do is return to that anchor. It's such a simple but powerful way to get your concentration back. It's really just a four-step process. Think of it as the core loop of the whole practice. First, you choose your anchor and you focus on it. Second, and this is going to happen, I promise, you'll notice your mind has gotten distracted. Now this is not a failure, this is the process actually working. Third, you just acknowledge the distraction, no judgment. And fourth, you gently guide your attention right back to your anchor. That repetition, that's the workout for your brain.
Okay, so that's the theory. Let's see how this builds from a simple mental exercise into a skill you can actually use in the real world. We're going to explore what this mindfulness thing really feels like in practice.
To really get a feel for the difference between being on autopilot and having your full, conscious attention on something, we can use a really simple exercise. It's called the raisin practice. And trust me, this little exercise makes the whole abstract concept of mindfulness incredibly real.
Okay, so normally you'd eat a raisin without a second thought, right? You just pop it in your mouth. But this practice is totally different. Just imagine placing a single raisin in the palm of your hand and just looking at it, really looking. Notice its shape, its color, all the little wrinkles. Then pick it up. How does it feel between your fingers? Is it smooth? Is it sticky? Firm?
Now keep going. Engage your other senses. Bring it up to your nose. What does it smell like? How does it feel when you press it against your lips? Now place it in your mouth, but don't chew yet. Just explore it with your tongue. And when you finally bite down, pay attention to that burst of flavor. That simple act, when you do it with total awareness, is a completely different experience, isn't it?
So, a raisin, right? What in the world does that have to do with your 9 to 5? Well, here's the crucial part. It's about how we take this kind of profound sensory experience and apply it to our professional lives, turning ourselves into what we can call the mindful professional.
That ability you just practiced with the raisin, that skill to deliberately shift from autopilot to full-on present awareness, that is a superpower in the workplace. Seriously, it's the skill of being fully present for what you are doing right now. It means seeing a complex problem from all these different angles, just like you explored that raisin from every single sensory perspective.
And you know the best part? You don't need to block out an hour every day to build this superpower. You can start with something so simple and so accessible, like a 3-minute meditation. This short little practice can be used by total beginners just to build the habit, or, frankly, by anyone to manage stress before a surprise meeting, or to just re-anchor your mind when things get tough.
And when you practice this regularly, the benefits, they just start to stack up and become real, tangible improvements. Your focus gets sharper, so you can concentrate more deeply on what's in front of you. And with that focus, you start to develop a more controlled response to stress, which makes you way more resilient. This clarity of mind actually enhances your perception, which in turn improves your communication and your ability to truly connect with people. This isn't just about feeling better, it's about performing better.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. After everything we've talked about, from that high-performance paradox to the hidden power of a single raisin, what could you really achieve? What problems could you solve? What relationships could you build? What amazing ideas could you create if you were fully, completely present for the most important moments of your work?